In today's fast-paced, achievement-driven society, the idea of a fulfilled life is often closely associated with external accomplishments, career success, financial wealth, material possessions, or social recognition. Many people spend years chasing after these milestones, believing that once they attain a certain level of success, they will finally feel satisfied and complete. However, as they continue to accumulate more, they often find that the sense of fulfillment they expected remains elusive, leaving them wondering what it truly means to have enough. True fulfillment is not simply about reaching a particular status or acquiring more possessions. It is a deeply personal and internal experience. It stems from understanding what genuinely brings us happiness, purpose, and inner peace. While external achievements can certainly contribute to a sense of accomplishment, they alone do not guarantee lasting contentment. Instead, fulfillment often comes from living a life aligned with our values, fostering meaningful relationships, engaging in activities that inspire us, and finding a sense of purpose beyond material gains. So, how do we know when we have enough? The answer lies in self-awareness and gratitude. When we are able to appreciate what we already have, rather than constantly longing for what we lack, we shift our focus from scarcity to abundance. A fulfilled life is one in which we cultivate balance, prioritize well-being over relentless striving, and recognize that true wealth lies in experiences, connections, and a deep sense of inner peace. Ultimately, fulfillment is not a final destination, but an ongoing journey of self-discovery and personal growth. It requires us to redefine success on our own terms and embrace a mindset of gratitude, purpose, and contentment. Defining a fulfilled life. A truly fulfilled life is one where we experience a profound sense of meaning, purpose, and inner peace. It is not necessarily about having everything we desire or reaching a specific level of success, but rather about learning to appreciate what we already have and ensuring that our daily actions align with our core values. Fulfillment is an ongoing journey rather than a fixed destination, and it requires conscious effort to cultivate a life that brings us joy, contentment, and personal satisfaction. There are several key elements that contribute to a fulfilled life, each playing an essential role in shaping our overall well-being and sense of purpose. 1. Meaningful relationships. Human beings are inherently social creatures, and the quality of our relationships plays a fundamental role in shaping our overall happiness and sense of fulfillment. While personal achievements and material success can provide temporary satisfaction, true and lasting fulfillment often stems from the deep, meaningful connections we cultivate with others. Strong relationships with family, friends, and loved ones offer emotional support, companionship, and a sense of belonging, all of which contribute significantly to our well-being. In a world where technology and social media have made it easier than ever to stay connected, many people still struggle with feelings of loneliness and isolation. This highlights the importance of not just maintaining relationships, but prioritizing authentic and deep connections over surface-level interactions. A meaningful relationship is one where individuals feel valued, understood, and supported. It is not defined by the number of people in our lives, but by the depth of the bonds we share with them. To cultivate and sustain meaningful relationships, consider the following. Prioritizing depth over quantity. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that having a large social circle equates to having strong relationships. However, true fulfillment comes from nurturing deep and meaningful connections, rather than focusing on the number of acquaintances we have. A few close and trusted relationships are far more valuable than numerous shallow ones. Spending quality time with loved ones in our fast-paced world, it's easy to get caught up in work, responsibilities, and personal goals, leaving little time for the people who matter most. However, investing time in relationships strengthens emotional bonds and enhances our sense of purpose. Meaningful conversations, shared experiences, and simply being present with those we care about can deepen connections in ways that material possessions never could. Offering support and being there for others, true relationships are built on trust, care, and mutual support. Whether it's through active listening, offering encouragement, or simply being a reliable presence during difficult times, showing up for the people in our lives fosters stronger and more enduring bonds. The ability to give and receive support is one of the most fulfilling aspects of human relationships. Additionally, strong relationships are built on love, compassion, and mutual understanding. They require effort, communication, and the willingness to be vulnerable. The most fulfilling connections are those in which we feel safe to be our authentic selves without fear of judgment. At its core, true fulfillment comes from investing in relationships that nurture and uplift us, rather than seeking validation from others. When we prioritize genuine connection, we create a strong support system that helps us navigate life's inevitable challenges and enhances our moments of joy. Through love, kindness, and shared experiences, we find some of the deepest and most meaningful joys in life. 2. Personal growth. A fulfilled life, the power of growth, learning, and self-improvement. A truly fulfilled life is not one defined solely by external achievements, wealth, or social status, but by continuous learning, personal growth, and the courage to challenge ourselves. At its core, fulfillment comes from a deep sense of purpose, curiosity, and the drive to evolve into the best version of ourselves. This journey is not about perfection, but about embracing progress, stepping beyond our limitations, and cultivating a mindset of resilience and adaptability. The role of learning and exploration. One of the most powerful ways to lead a fulfilling life is through the constant pursuit of knowledge and new experiences. When we remain open to learning, we keep our minds active, our perspectives fresh, and our lives engaging. Education does not stop at school or formal training. It extends into the books we read, the conversations we have, the cultures we explore, and the lessons we absorb from our everyday experiences. Learning fuels curiosity and creativity. When we seek to understand the world around us, we unlock new ideas, gain insights, and develop a more enriched perspective on life. New experiences bring excitement and inspiration. Traveling to unfamiliar places, meeting different people, or trying new hobbies all add depth and richness to our journey. Knowledge empowers us. The more we learn, the more capable we become in making informed decisions, adapting to change, and facing challenges with confidence. By actively seeking knowledge and experiences, we keep life dynamic and prevent ourselves from falling into stagnation. Growth is not about reaching a final destination. It's about enjoying the process of expanding our horizons and embracing the unknown. The importance of setting and achieving goals. Personal goals give us direction and purpose. Without them, life can feel aimless, as if we are merely drifting through time without a sense of fulfillment. Whether they are related to career, health, relationships, or personal development, setting meaningful goals allows us to focus our energy on what truly matters. Goals provide motivation and a sense of purpose. When we work toward something meaningful, we feel a greater sense of drive and enthusiasm. Achieving milestones builds self-confidence. Every goal we accomplish reinforces our belief in our abilities, giving us the courage to take on bigger challenges. Progress brings fulfillment. True happiness often comes not from the final achievement, but from the process of improving, striving, and growing along the way. It is important to set goals that align with our values and passions, rather than simply chasing what society deems as successful. When our goals reflect our true desires, we feel more connected to our purpose and experience greater satisfaction from our achievements. Embracing challenges and learning from failure. Many people fear failure, viewing it as a sign of weakness or inadequacy. However, failure is not the opposite of success. It is an essential part of the journey toward fulfillment. Challenges push us beyond our comfort zones, test our resilience, and teach us valuable lessons that shape who we are. Difficulties make us stronger. Overcoming obstacles builds mental toughness, patience, and perseverance. Failure teaches us valuable lessons. Every setback offers insights that can guide us toward future success. Resilience leads to long-term fulfillment. Those who embrace failure as a learning experience develop the confidence to take risks and pursue their dreams without fear. Instead of avoiding difficulties, we should embrace them as opportunities for growth. The most successful and fulfilled individuals are not those who have never faced setbacks, but those who have used them as stepping stones toward greater wisdom and self-awareness. A lifelong commitment to growth. Personal growth is not a destination, but a lifelong process. It is not about reaching a point where we have it all figured out, but about continuously evolving, learning, and striving for self-improvement. A fulfilled life is one where we remain curious, challenge ourselves, and embrace every experience, both good and bad, as part of our journey. When we commit to growth, we open ourselves up to new possibilities, deepen our understanding of ourselves and the world, and create a life filled with meaning and purpose. True fulfillment is not found in the external markers of success, but in the inner satisfaction of knowing we are constantly becoming better, wiser, and more compassionate versions of ourselves. In the end, a fulfilled life is not about what we have, it's about who we become. 3. Contribution to others. One of the most profound sources of fulfillment is the ability to make a positive impact on others. Helping those in need, offering kindness, and contributing to our communities create a sense of purpose beyond our personal desires. Acts of service, whether big or small, create a ripple effect of positivity. Volunteering and giving back instill a sense of gratitude and connection. Making a difference in someone's life brings long-lasting satisfaction. When we shift our focus from solely pursuing personal success to uplifting those around us, we experience a deeper and more meaningful sense of fulfillment. True happiness often comes not from what we receive, but from what we give. 4. Inner peace and gratitude. At the core of a fulfilled life is the ability to find inner peace and appreciate the present moment. Constantly striving for more without recognizing what we already have can lead to a cycle of dissatisfaction and restlessness. Practicing gratitude shifts our focus from what we lack to what we have. Being mindful and present allows us to experience life fully rather than constantly chasing the next goal. Letting go of unnecessary stress and comparison leads to a more peaceful state of mind. When we cultivate gratitude and inner peace, we develop the ability to find joy in everyday moments. A fulfilled life is not about external achievements alone, but about our internal state of being. How do we know when we have enough? In a world that constantly encourages us to chase more success, more wealth, more achievements, it can be incredibly difficult to recognize when we actually have enough. Society often equates fulfillment with accumulation, making it easy to fall into the trap of always striving for the next milestone, the next possession, or the next accomplishment. 1. We feel content without constantly chasing more. One of the clearest signs that we have enough is when we no longer feel the need to constantly chase after more money, more recognition, or more possessions. If we are able to look at our lives and feel a deep sense of satisfaction without comparing ourselves to others, or feeling pressured to keep up with societal expectations, it means we have cultivated true contentment. We stop measuring our success based on material wealth or external validation. The desire to constantly compete with or impress others diminishes. We find joy in what we have rather than longing for what we don't. This doesn't mean we stop striving for growth or improvement, but rather that we no longer believe our happiness is dependent on reaching the next level of success. When we recognize that fulfillment comes from within, we free ourselves from the endless cycle of wanting more. 2. We have time for what truly matters. A life that is truly fulfilling is one that allows us the time and space to focus on what is most important to us, whether that's family, personal passions, health, or inner peace. When we are constantly overworked, stressed, or too consumed by the pursuit of external goals, we often neglect the things that bring us the most joy. We make time for loved ones, building deep and meaningful relationships. We prioritize self-care, ensuring our physical and mental well-being. We engage in hobbies and activities that bring us joy, rather than just focusing on productivity. If we feel that our days are balanced and that we are able to dedicate time to what we truly value, it's a strong sign that we have enough. A fulfilling life is not about how much we own, but about how we spend our time and who we spend it with. 3. We experience joy in everyday moments. Many people assume that happiness comes from big achievements or major life milestones, but true fulfillment is often found in the small, everyday moments. If we can find joy in simple pleasures, watching the sunrise, sharing a laugh with a friend, enjoying a good meal, or spending time in nature, it's a sign that we have enough. We don't need extravagant experiences to feel happy. Even the smallest things bring us joy. We practice mindfulness, being present and appreciating the moment, rather than always thinking about the future. We focus on gratitude, recognizing the beauty and abundance in our daily lives. When we learn to appreciate what we already have, instead of constantly looking ahead to what we want next, we realize that fulfillment has been within our reach all along. 4. We feel a sense of purpose. Perhaps the most profound indicator that we have enough is when we feel that our lives have meaning. A sense of purpose doesn't necessarily come from a prestigious career or a grand accomplishment. It comes from knowing that what we do each day aligns with our values and brings us a sense of fulfillment. We wake up with motivation and feel that our actions contribute to something meaningful. We feel connected to a greater purpose, whether it's through work, family, creativity, or helping others. We are not simply going through the motions of life, but living with intention. A purposeful life is one where we feel engaged and invested in what we do. When we align our actions with our values and contribute in ways that matter to us, we experience deep fulfillment regardless of external success. Conclusion. A fulfilled life is not defined by the endless pursuit of more success, more possessions, or more recognition. Instead, it is shaped by our ability to appreciate what we already have, embrace the present moment, and cultivate a deep sense of meaning and purpose. In a world that constantly tells us that happiness lies in the next achievement or acquisition, true fulfillment comes from the realization that we do not need to keep chasing something outside of ourselves to feel complete. When we shift our focus from external validation to inner peace, we begin to understand that contentment is not about reaching a particular milestone, but about how we experience life every day. Gratitude allows us to recognize the richness of our current circumstances, while purpose gives us a reason to wake up each morning with a sense of direction. Joy is not found in waiting for a perfect future, but in appreciating the beauty of the present, whether it's through meaningful relationships, personal growth, or the simple pleasures that surround us. The journey to fulfillment is deeply personal, and there is no universal formula for happiness. However, one thing remains constant. The more we learn to embrace what we already have, the less we feel the need to seek fulfillment in external sources. By cultivating gratitude, prioritizing what truly matters, and living in alignment with our values, we come to realize that we already have enough. In the end, a fulfilled life is not about acquiring more, but about being more present, more grateful, more compassionate, and more attuned to what truly makes us happy. When we recognize that fulfillment is an internal state rather than an external destination, we unlock the ability to live a life of deeper joy, peace, and contentment.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.